Hi, I'm Nancy Andrews, along with Bonnie Stewart for This Week at the Capitol. Bonnie, of course, the big news this week is the budget being passed and signed by the governor.
Yes, this week the legislature passed their next 2-year budget, and as you pointed out, the governor signed it. Unfortunately, it increases spending over both of the next 2 fiscal years. It also includes $2 billion worth of union concessions that have not yet been achieved. We're very hopeful that the governor is able to renegotiate the union contracts, because it's extremely important that Connecticut get its state spending under control, and this could be a first step to doing some of that, because again, spending is a major concern here in Connecticut, and those $2 billion worth of concessions are vital. In addition to that, that package also includes increases in taxes, and unfortunately, it's more than a $2 billion tax increase in the first fiscal year, and more than a $1.8 billion in the second fiscal year. So lots of changes, and unfortunately the way the package was designed, it will hit most hard Connecticut small businesses because of the changes to the personal income tax, which is what most businesses pay their business taxes through. So it's a big concern for small businesses.
And especially since they're the ones who do most of the hiring and are being counted on to help get the economy moving forward.
Right, it's a concern in terms of the impact it will have on our economic recovery.
Okay, and on top of that, legislature is considering 2 other anti-business bills.
So much for being open for business. Unfortunately, you're absolutely right. We've heard repeatedly that jobs are important, that states open for business, but after adopting this whopper of a budget and tax package, we are now seeing a number of mandates or restrictions placed on employers. And one of the measures is the paid sick leave bill that everyone's heard a lot about. That was sent to the Appropriations Committee this week. We would love to see them stop that measure because it will be a significant burden on Connecticut businesses. And we would appreciate if people would contact their legislators about that.
Okay.
In addition to that unfunded mandate, legislators have yet another little package in store for Connecticut's businesses, and that is to restrict what they can say to their employees in any type of mandatory staff meeting. In this case, it's called the captive audience measure, and it's really a gag order. It would prevent us from talking to our employees in any of those mandatory staff meetings, which is the normal way you talk to people about their wages and benefits and what's happening at the company. Well, you wouldn't be allowed to talk to them about wages or benefits. You wouldn't be allowed to talk to them about anything that's so-called political. But that political means that if you're working on a safety issue at your company, such as getting a traffic light installed, that's political. You wouldn't be able to talk to your employees about them and have them contact their local traffic commission. Or say there was a lot of defense contractors in our state. Say there's something happening at the congressional level and you want to let your employees know about it because it's important that you have funding for something or in the next contract, whatever the case may be. You'd be prohibited from telling your employees about that too because it's political. It's a real problem, and unfortunately most legislators don't seem to have a real understanding of the negative impact this measure would have on Connecticut, its employers, and the people that work for those companies. So we're just going to remain optimistic that the legislature will see the light and vote no to that one as well, but that's rumored to be taken up by the House next week.
Okay, and finally, there is some good news. There's something good happening at the legislature in regards to business,
Thank
right?
goodness, yes. Actually, the Commerce Committee's been working very hard on a Brownfields package, and the administration's been involved in a number of people. And we have to say thank you particularly to Representative Jeff Berger, who's been pushing that issue. And we're hoping to see some positive legislation. It's rumored to be taken up in the House next week that will help modify the liability issues surrounding Brownfields so that we can move forward with smart growth, urban redevelopment, and a lot of the issues that would actually help improve our economy.
Okay, and of course, as always, we urge our business members to go onto our website and take action, especially on these anti-business bills.
Absolutely, and the sooner the better.
Thank you.
Thank you.